Morning, you guys. Starting off with fresh morning, early morning actually. Had to get up really early because we have a bunch of issues with this Porsche that we're fixing, that we're dealing with. Basically, we're taking care of, so that dent on the roof and all that, and then a scratch on the bumper. I'm going to the paint booth. I repaired the body, and I mean, it's almost done. We did a lot of work on it, but I'm towing it over there to the shop, to the spray booth, to get that hood painted and rear bumper. It has to be done right and everything assembled and super clean, buffed, polished. I mean, you give it 100%. And I do realize I have a crazy day today, crazy hair day actually. That's what I meant to say. And freaking cold sores everywhere. Like, it's crazy. This winter has been messing with me. Everybody's sick. Everybody I know got sick, and it's just has not been a good winter, you know. Just really cold, and this fever. Everybody has fever. Things happening to people, adults getting sick. Some of my friends that I know that are really, like, been in bed for, like, you know, 3-4 days. And so just stay warm out there, don't go out. But yeah, we're working on a Porsche today, trying to get it done. And the interior is actually halfway in. I put in the seat temporarily because we're waiting for there was a parking sensor unit, communications unit, that was bad, so it goes under the driver seat, under the carpet. So I'm waiting for that to get delivered. That's why the seat is in without the carpet. So we got this thing in the booth here, doing the quarter panel and the bumper where the damage was on the bottom, and the hood. So we're just gonna, and then also this gas door right here, that's gonna get sprayed both sides. The hood is already done. I think it's clear coat time, so we're gonna shoot this with clear coat and get it out tomorrow, so we can polish and buff and do everything. And then there's also that spot on the bottom that's gonna be PDR. But that's the progress on it today. So the car is, the Porsche is in a booth. We sprayed it, clear coated, everything's done. Tomorrow we're gonna be buffing it and getting it to where it's straight body. Everything on the body is gonna be done. There's a couple dents that I'm gonna PDR. There's a dent over there, PDR, paintless dent removal, because fixing it with Bondo, it's not gonna work, because it's no need for it, because there's no dent into the paint. So we're just gonna, it's like a soft dent. So PDR is like $50 a dent, 75, whatever, and it takes, you know, a couple hours or an hour and it's done. So it's a lot. It's a time saver. So lots of work on that car. Did not expect to have that much work. It's an ass kicker, definitely. It's kicking ass, you know, fixing it to proper specifications, to back to original. You know, it's a lot of work, and parts are expensive, and there are thousands of dollars in parts. And I was just scrolling yesterday a little bit, and I saw these videos that are coming out with you know, Alex, the guy that has a Bugatti, and in Miami, and the wrecked one that they're fixing. So my opinion is that I watched the video from the Bugatti CEO, the guy that has Rimac, the electric car. I think he's a CEO of Bugatti now, and you can tell on his face, like, I mean, he's panicking, you know, because, you know, these guys took apart a Bugatti. Supposedly nobody can do it, and, you know, it's you have to be trained. Of course, there's trained specialists for things like that, but, you know, if the guy's mechanically inclined, why not? I mean, a person put it together. That means that somebody else can take it apart. I mean, come on, man. You've seen, you know, you have a ghetto shop over here in South Carolina that does better work than the factory worker that's been trained for this and has a 20 different licenses and, wears a special suit. I understand that it's Bugatti, it's a big name, but at this point, they're panicking and he's all commenting about, you can't do this in a garage, this and that. Bull crap. They did it, obviously, and they will fix that fly or the cover for where the transmission goes and the engine. You can weld that stuff. Aluminum welding does exist. You can weld things, you can make brackets, you can fabricate stuff. How did you guys make it? What are you making it out of, paper, thin air, special material that nobody has? It's obvious you can make it, obviously. You can't 3D print, you can't do things. Technology right now is so advanced that even Bugatti cannot hold on and say, hey, you can't do it. The guy owns a car, he has the title, he owns it, he can break it, he can fix it, he can do whatever the hell he wants, and if you ban him from buying cars, he'll go to auction and buy, like Ferrari bans people from buying cars. Who cares? You just go into the auction. Copart has a bunch of Ferraris and Lamborghinis and whatever, man. Ban me, okay, whatever. I'll buy it on somebody else's name. I mean, there's ways around it. Come on, man. They're talking about, you can't do this, you can't do that, it has to be special this. He doesn't know what to say anymore because those videos that the guy's making with Armstrong, rebuilding the Bugatti, dude, that is gonna put Bugatti value down, and people are gonna know that rich people, they don't care, they just pay. But if it was me and I was dreaming about Bugatti, saving all my life, and I have this payment plan or cash to buy a Bugatti, I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna save every penny. So Bugatti value is gonna go down, and people they're just afraid because it's like taking a Birkin and making a copy and saying it's a Birkin, but it's $500 versus $5,000 or $10,000. And there is people out there that make bags even better than Birkins, and they still and the quality is even better. But it's just a name. I understand you're buying a brand name. There's a lot of cars that are better than Bugatti. A lot. Quality, come on. Rolls Royce, BMW this, BMW that. But Rolls Royce is a car that that's handmade, hand stitched, everything handmade. Okay, dashboard sanded by hand. I mean, it's all hand finished. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of cars out there that are made really, really good, and Bugatti is just, they went up there because of their, fast car, the way it looks, it's one of a kind, this and that. But it's at this point, it's like, hey, Alex and Armstrong guy can take it apart in a garage in Miami. Anybody can do it. Trust me. If these guys can do it, anybody can do it. And we repair cars. You see all these YouTubers repairing Ferraris, Lambos, Porsche. We're doing a Porsche. I mean, it's not a big deal. You got used parts. I couldn't find the parts, but I did find them for the Porsche, and expensive. And if we weren't gonna find it, we were gonna buy a brand new from the dealer. So, but Bugatti's exclusive, all exclusive, and you can't do it. You can't do it. It has to be a 200,000 square foot facility with a rolling, little conveyor belt, and that's it. And a guy dressed like a doctor. No, you guys assemble it like that. But repairing and all that crap, the wheels, China started making wheels for Bugattis. Wheels and tires. You don't have to go and pay $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for rent or for tires anymore. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? So that's my thought about it. I understand all the car guys, we find ways to do things. I'll weld, I'll have a hole in the bumper. I'll take a piece of plastic. I'll weld it on there. I'll put it on, put some fiberglass from the back, bondo it on the top. There you go. Good to go. I'm not going to go and buy a bumper from a certified shop if the bumper costs $2,000. I'm going to fix a damn thing. So you got Bugatti, that's good that you're panicking, but you ain't got to do nothing about it. They finna repair that car. So we finally got this car back home. Had to repaint this quarter panel. There was a couple of scratches. Did the bumper. See, there's no more dent right there. Looks good. Look at that. Straight. No scrape. Blended. Buffed it out. Then we did the fender and this here, the gas door. gas door got painted. So now this is the piece right here, you guys. This is aluminum, looks to me aluminum. It's just a molding that goes on top right there, like so. So sits right there, and it glues to the window itself, not the window but the roof itself right there. So that at the dealership is $900. I got this and the sunroof. I think they gave me a back piece as well. We paid just under 3 grand because we bought the whole complete piece. So there was no other way around it. You had to do it, because going and buying these individually, it's, you know, way more money than we could spend on this. So we got a used one. So we got this piece here. This is the package that we got. It's a load, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. So this is what it is. This panorama roof right there. So the sunroof comes, oh yeah, they give me the rear one too, right there. So sunroof comes like that. This is the one we were after. So we're gonna be carefully, I'm doing this box. I already started, as you can see. I need to undo this box and install the glass. And then once the glass is installed, we can test it out. We can open it, close it, you know, test it for leaks. And just, this has been a headache with this roof, this crazy part that nobody has. And dealership wants $4,000 for this glass alone. So I ended up buying a whole sunroof. Just, if anything, we'll have parts. So it is what it is. Okay, so I unboxed this sunroof, got it all out. Now I installed the glass already. So gonna clean up, man. It's gotten windy all of a sudden. So got this glass disconnected from the sunroof. So basically the only thing that holds this sunroof is 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. 3 screws on each side. That's it. So this is a panorama glass. It shatters, it's done. It's not gonna be, it's irreplaceable. It costs so much money. So that's why we got it, because the whole sunroof, because of that. So this piece is good. I have to trim the so when I'm gonna install it, I'm gonna take this extra glue right there and trim it all off, because when it sits on this line here, you can notice that it's taller a little bit than the glass itself. It has to be even with this. So I'm gonna trim it and put a very minimal amount of glue on here, and then a little bit more here. And then once we get it down, there's a couple of moldings that are missing right there. So those will have to be purchased separately. But other than that, yeah, it mounted good. It looks a lot better here. So this is the sunroof right there. So we got the bottom, the back piece. They didn't want to sell it to me, but it looks like they were trying to get it off from the other side, and they had no choice but to give it to me because it's glued together. And when they started getting this off, they made a bunch of dents on it. So, you know, they are like, oh, I'll just give it to him, because they wanted another like $600 or $700 for this. So we ended up with extra sunroof itself, with the motors, plugs, the shade. I mean, this is just extra parts. We can just sell it, or, you know, keep it for this car. But who knows when if it's gonna need it at all, because the most fragile thing is the glass. And so the motor doesn't just go off or go out, just, you know, it doesn't just stop working. Sometimes it does in some cars, but I guess we'll see. We'll just keep it for parts. So yeah, this is what it looks like from the inside. You got the shade, and then you got missing couple screws on that. I'm gonna have to find them. They're specific looking screws. Here, we gotta turn off the ignition. But other than that, it looks good. We'll clean it up, and I still have no carpet on this side because it's drying, and I'm still waiting for the AV backup sensors control unit that goes right there, basically right underneath the seat, inside the thing, and then carpet. So that computers, and then a carpet. So we're gonna clean it all up, wipe it down. There's glass all over still. Look at this. You can see when I was blowing off the dashboard, the glass came out. There's still some more left, but I mean, what do you expect? You got all this glass that was broken, you know, it was all on the dash right there. So, but we have to go get some glue and get this cleaned up and glue it while the weather's still warm, and you know, clean up the sunroof and go from there. Right, I've been working on this Porsche, putting that glass in. So that went in, then I moved it and I went to rinse it, and so we do have a leak, but so it's a good thing that we got the complete sunroof, because this one there's cracks. Basically there's a crack here, that's from the tree where the tree fell or whatever, so there's a crack here, and then we have this crack here, but I don't know if this is leaking or what's leaking, because there's a couple of cracks. I don't know if we're gonna be changing it or not, but we might have to do this complete piece just like it sits. Might have to take it out and do a complete piece. Super nice looking, super clean. Still have to fix these little spots where the paint connects, so I'm gonna hand polish that later when it's I'm gonna hand polish that when it's gonna be not windy at all, because all the dust goes up, and we don't want any dust, so it has to be perfectly calm. And I might just put it inside under like under the awning and get it done there, because it has to be super clean. So yeah, this side is clean. Put all these plastics in. This seat is in already. Just little things here and there. We're still waiting on a stereo, but that's probably gonna be, by the time it comes, we're gonna have to take this, put that in, and then get these plastics in. So, you know, just stuff that's basically as we go, step by step as we go. We cannot do it now because of the stereo, so that should stay like that, and we'll you know, we'll do an update after we finish this, but pretty much it's finished. I'm gonna test the leak for leaks. I think that this crack is the one that's leaking, so I'm gonna try to open it up and see, put some water in there and see if it's leaking, and hopefully it doesn't, so that way we can glue this thing on and basically move on with our lives. Because if it's not, then we have to move all this, remove the whole thing. We have to remove the suede, not suede, but Alcantara roof liner, drop it down, and then take the whole roof out and then put the other one that we got in, and hopefully that takes care of the problem. But other than that, this car is pretty much complete, you guys.